One morning, Cameron lies in bed next to Diane, confessing their love to each other. The romantic moment feels perfect until Cameron suddenly wakes up, realizing it was all just a dream. Later, his parents, Hunter and Carol, argue about Cameron's future. Hunter insists it's time for his son to make concrete plans, while Carol urges him not to pressure Cameron so much. At the ice cream parlor where Cameron works, his assistant manager, Lenny, scolds him for being late and assigns him to close the shop that evening. Cameron protests, explaining that he has a date with Diane, but Lenny mocks him, doubting someone like Cameron could be dating such a beautiful woman. Meanwhile, a mysterious woman moves into the house next door, catching Cameron's attention. Cameron's co-worker, Liz, is also annoyed about covering the closing shift. She doubts his date with Diane. Cameron defends himself, saying Diane has been his close friend for years and was the first person to contact him when she returned from college. After work, Cameron heads to Diane's house, where he finds her sunbathing in a bikini. However, trouble arises when local bullies, Chad and Jason, accuse him of spying on Diane and taking inappropriate photos. They smash Cameron's phone by throwing it into the street, where it gets run over by a car. Diane comes out to investigate the commotion, and Cameron hurriedly explains that he wasn't spying. Diane believes him, scolds the bullies, and sends them away. Later that evening, Cameron catches a glimpse of his new neighbor, Victoria, undressing through a window. Embarrassed when she notices him, he quickly hides. During dinner, Cameron tells his parents about his broken phone, but Hunter refuses to replace it, saying Cameron should have stood up to the bullies. The conversation is interrupted by a doorbell ring. To Cameron's horror, Victoria is standing outside, but when he timidly opens the door, it's Diane instead. Diane takes Cameron to a pizzeria. She apologizes for the incident with his phone. At the restaurant, Cameron spots his friend Martin and invites him over, despite Diane's reluctance. Martin appears uneasy when he sees Diane and leaves abruptly. On the way back, Diane explains why. Martin had unexpectedly broken up with her at prom, leaving her heartbroken. Cameron is shocked and assures her he would never abandon someone like her. Diane fondly recalls a night when Cameron visited her, and they drank her father's alcohol. She admits she had wanted to confess something to him that night, but he had fallen asleep. As they part ways, Cameron sees Victoria again and hurries home. However, when he enters his room, Victoria mysteriously appears behind him. Flustered, Cameron apologizes for peeping, insisting he usually sees an older woman in her window. Victoria reveals that she's staying in the house temporarily and demands that Cameron drive her around town for a few days as punishment. Cameron protests, saying he hasn't paid his car insurance, but Victoria firmly declares it's not her problem. The next day, Cameron reluctantly drives Victoria to work. The next day, Victoria drives to an office building, where she takes his car keys to ensure he doesn't leave. While waiting, Cameron sees a bloodied security guard run out, begging for help. Moments later, Victoria emerges, killing the guard in cold blood. Cameron is horrified to learn she's a vampire. She warns him that if he wants to survive, he must comply with her demands. To seal the deal, she kisses him and leaves. The following day, Hunter notices blood on Cameron's car. Victoria conveniently explains that it's from a deer she hit, even offering to pay Cameron's insurance if he continues to drive her. Satisfied, Hunter doesn't question further, to Cameron's frustration. Later, Martin confesses to Cameron that he dumped Diane because he didn't know how to handle dating someone so beautiful. He even asks Cameron to help him win her back. That night, while waiting in the car for Victoria, Cameron is shocked when a lifeless body falls onto his vehicle. Moments later, Victoria returns, licking blood from her lips.